Hello and welcome, my sunny souls. Welcome to Sunshine Intuitive Readings. This is the monthly forecast for Taurus for November 2016. So welcome, Taurus, and thanks for watching. I'm also going to encourage you to check out my Facebook page. I've included the link in the description box below. And I'm trying to slowly but surely expand my social media presence, so please check that out. I also have a contest running during the month of November where you can potentially win a personalized year ahead forecast just by liking and sharing. So I do encourage you to check that out. I also wanted to take some time to talk about what some of the feedback was last month that I received about how to obtain a personal reading from me. So I absolutely do accept requests for personalized readings, but through email only. So if you would like to have a personal reading with me, just send me off a quick email. The address is included in the description box below, and we can set up a reading time for you. I'd also encourage you to check out your rising and moon sign forecast videos as well, because sometimes there's things that will pop out in those readings that don't always necessarily resonate with you for your sun sign reading. So depending on what your current aspects are for the month ahead, there could be different factors at play in your rising and moon signs. So with all of that being said, let's take a peek at what November 2016 holds in store for all of my Taurus friends. I will be doing the same spread that I did last month. As I shared with you last month, I really do enjoy this spread and the way that the cards all flow together. So I'm really hoping that you enjoy the flow as much as I do. Alright, so let's just see. I'll just bring the cards down a bit so you can see them all. Okay, so Taurus, the first card that I pulled out here, which is in the position of fire, which represents your creative force, your will, or your ambition. I always like to call this card the passion card, or the action card, the things that get you going. So this card is the Devil card. Now, don't let this scare you, but this does speak to bondages, so feeling trapped, feeling imprisoned, almost feeling restricted. So I see, Taurus, that for some reason, and we'll get into it as the reading expands, but for some reason you may not feel as free as possible to do the things that you want to do this month. There may be some other factors at play that may be holding you back this month from doing what you want to do. So in this position here, which represents air, which speaks to your current strategies, your current state, your thoughts concerning your goals, state of mind, could be potentially the things that keep you up at night. I hope it's not. But here you have, in an upright position, the Two of Pentacles. Now the Two of Pentacles speaks to an individual who's juggling a couple things, could potentially be trying to make a decision between two things. Now this is a general reading, so this could speak to personal, could speak to love relationships, it could speak to business or health. It will speak to all of you differently. But I see this as there's decisions to be made or choices to be made, and I feel that you know which way you want to go, but for some reason you can't go that way. I feel that the decision or the choice is quite clear for you as to what you want to do. The decision in your mind has been made up, but you can't actually move forward yet. Now, in the position of water, which speaks to your emotional well-being and how you feel, you have here the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Three of Pentacles in an upright position speaks to community, the support. In a reverse position, it really speaks to the lack of support. So I feel that you're not feeling supported in the choice or the decision that you want to make, and that could potentially be the barrier as to why you can't move forward. Maybe you need to have certain people or certain organizations support to move forward with what you're trying to do, and you're not seeing that there, and you're quite, you're not feeling the best about that. Now, in the position of Earth, which speaks to coping with everyday life. So this is, the things that surround you. Could be material things, could be people, could be places. You have the Page of Swords. Now, I always say that the pages are the dudes that carry the news. And this is a swift message coming in for you this month, Taurus. So this is a message, and it might not be a message that you like to receive. Now, I don't always like to give these kind of messages, but this is what the cards are telling me. Now, this could also be why you're feeling like you don't have the support. Maybe there is news coming in quite swiftly, and it's not the news you were hoping for. Maybe you were hoping for that support, and you're not getting it. Now, in this position here, which represents what drives you into new directions, here you have the Page of Wands. Again, more news. So this is going to be a very socially interactive month for you, Taurus, with a lot of discussions being had. I see that happening for you. Now, the Page of Wands speaks to news that's going to really make you think. I see this news coming from somebody who you don't always talk to every day. It's not one of your closest pals. It's really going to make you think about broadening your horizons. So there's going to be something other than this situation down here. But there's going to be something coming in that's going to make you think further. Think about something completely different or someone completely different. But it's going to make you think and broaden your perspective. Now here, in the position that represents what helps you maintain a balanced lifestyle, here you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, in an upright position, this speaks to a lady who, or it could be a man, this is a general reading, but this speaks to a person who potentially has lost something in the recent past. Somebody who is very calculated with their decisions. They've seen a lot, they've been through a lot, and because of that, they try to keep the emotional piece out of things when they're making a decision. Now, in a reverse position, Taurus, I see that potentially you could be focusing on that lack of support a little bit too much. And that may be what is restricting you from going out solo on your own. And I think, and that's human nature too, Taurus, is you always feel more confident embarking on something or doing something when you have the support of the masses. When you know that you're going to be the lone wolf, it's a little bit scarier, it's a little bit harder. And I feel that this month, Taurus, you might be a little bit caught up in the emotional piece as opposed to looking at it from, a clear-headed, what's the best choice for me truly, without the emotional piece at play. Now, this card represents what potentially you need to let go of for your higher good to move forward. So in this position, you have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Ace of Pentacles in an upright position speaks to, long-term goals, things that come to fruition over a very long time. A lot of work has gone into it. In a reverse position, I see that potentially you may have been trying to do something for quite some time. Again, this could be you could have been in a job for a long time. You could have been in a relationship or a partnership for a long time. Potentially that needs to go. That could potentially be where the support is lacking. Maybe you have been surrounding yourself with, an organization or a group of people or a person who has not been supporting you to achieve what you want to achieve. you may need to think about letting that go this month, Taurus. Now, in this position here, this card represents what the universe wants to tell you, what their message is, what's going to guide you to fulfillment. This is one of my favorite cards of the deck. This is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles speaks to, as you can see, it's a lady. She's very serene, very peaceful. She's very at peace with herself. She's enjoying the day in the garden. Abundance is there. Very confident person. The universe is really sending a message to you this month, Taurus, that this is where they want you to be. They are going to be giving you signals this month to help you get to this point. Because right now you're not there. Right now you're feeling, you're having a lack of confidence because of lack of support. The universe is saying we are going to be sending that in. That could be what this new path is, this new message, this new destination. So this could be something new coming in that you haven't even been thinking about, that broadens your perspective, that pushes your way of thinking, that makes you make different decisions, where potentially you might have to let go of something that you've been holding on to for quite some time that's not bringing you the satisfaction. You may have been holding on to this for so long, and now you're to the point that you don't have the freedom to do what you want to do. You don't have the support to do what you want to do, and because of that, you can't move in the direction that you want to do. Now, I feel that this month, Taurus, there's going to be, like I said, a very swift message that comes in, and it might be something that really reinforces this message that I don't have the support from this long-standing agreement that I thought I may have had. You may need to make a decision from from a position where your emotions are not factoring into the equation. Very cut and dry is what I'm getting. So really looking at it from what is in my best interest to do. Emotions aside, just looking at the facts as the facts. Now here, this card speaks to the universe's reaction to your state of being. Here you have the King of Pentacles in an upright position. Now this is an individual who's again has a lot of experience under their belt, very calm in their rulings, can sometimes take quite some time to think about things, to make decisions about things, likes to really weigh their options. But whenever asked for guidance, they always have really good guidance. Now, I feel that the universe is looking at your current state of being as just accepting the status quo. They see you as, I'm going along on this path. But at the same point, the universe sees you being restricted as an individual by following this path, by not being able to truly do what you want to do, and not getting the support that you truly deserve. So the universe is sending you some messages this month, Taurus, to help you realize what needs to stay and what needs to go. Obviously, things that are not supportive of you, this could be things, factors, people, those need to go to some extent, or maybe there needs to be some distance created. And I'm not saying everybody who's ever said anything with constructive feedback to you needs to get out of your life this month. That's not my message at all, Taurus. But really think about what are the positive attributes and people in your life, and what are the negative things in your life. Because those negative things that are making you feel inhibited and not being able to truly express who you truly are, those things need some careful consideration this month, Taurus. So I see you doing a lot of thinking. Am I really doing what I truly want to do is what I get out of this. Now, up here, this is the card that represents the foundation of the entire spread. So this is the last card, but it could be the first card, really. here you have the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, the Four of Wands in an upright position, as you can see, is a card of celebration, of happiness. Everything's kind of come to fruition and everybody's so happy. In reverse, I feel like that's what you're missing. That's what you want. But again, it's like you're running solo. You don't have that collective around you that's making you feel like everything's great, we're having a good time, I'm happy for you, you're happy for me. There's not that reciprocating action happening with whatever is in your life right now. And again, this will speak to each one of you differently. This could be a work situation, it could be a personal relationship, it could be a love relationship, it could be your health. But there's something that will stand out to you as you're watching this reading, that you know there's something not quite right with the situation. It's not aligning with where you want to go. Now, I always pull out 2 extra bonus cards, I call them. That gives me a little bit more insight to the overall reading. The first card I pulled here was the Page of Cups. Now, interestingly enough, you have 3 pages here. So again, very social month, a lot of chatter this month, a lot of communication this month, Taurus, a lot of people around you. This is the Page of Cups. So there is something coming in this month, Taurus, that will feel like a breath of fresh air to help you get out of this stagnant situation. So again, speaking to this Page of Wands card, this new message that's going to broaden your horizons, the message from the universe that they want to send you something that is going to make you see things in a completely different perspective. They're going to make you see that there are people out there that support you. There are people out there that will love you for who you are and support you for what you want to do. That's coming through very strongly. I know we've been focusing a lot about what needs to go, but there's a lot of good stuff coming in. Now here, Taurus, we have the Three of Swords. So this speaks to sorrow or loss, something ending. So I am getting the message very strongly, Taurus, that something is leaving you this month. I feel like it's going to be your decision though, because I feel like you are making the decision that I do deserve to be supported. I do deserve to do the things that I want to do that align with my higher purpose and my higher goals. And I don't want to feel this shackled anymore. And this card here, this is like the ultimate card of restriction. There are different cards in the deck that can speak to restriction. The Devil is the ultimate card of feeling trapped. So I feel like you may have been enduring this situation for quite some time, and this is the month where you kind of say, okay, you know what, this is enough. So this month, Taurus, I feel that this could be a very it's definitely going to be a busy month for you. Definitely going to be a lot of people in the mix, and I think that you will have the tact and the diplomacy this month, Taurus, to move through with severing ties, or at least distancing yourself from the situations or the people that you know are not aligning with your higher purpose. Which makes me feel very happy for you, because you have to let go of negative to bring in more positive, right? Something needs to give, and I think this is the month you're making the decision of what stays and what goes. Kind of cleaning house, so to speak. And you could be cleaning your house, so to speak. So, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, this will speak to all of you differently. But I really look forward to hearing some of your feedback about the positive developments that have happened this month for you, and what new positive things have come into your life this month, Taurus. So, good luck this month. It looks like you've got a lot of house cleaning to do. Keep your head up, keep smiling, and enjoy the sunshine.